The New Orleans Saints hit the road after a heartbreaking loss Week 7.
Perfectly timed. The execution is there. The one hitch ball out. Doesn't give Olave any room. A little wiggle. Tries to get around him and never has a chance.
They faced the challenge so many others have faced before them. Actually, their opponent faces the same task.
Minshew steps up. Football's loose. Cleveland has it. And the Browns turn out the lights on Indianapolis.
Okay, but either way, one of these teams is going to be back at 500 after this week. So let's put one big stat in the spotlight on each side that likely plays a big role in this matchup. For Indianapolis, it's all about whether the rabbit is in the hat or not. We getting more or less of Minshew magic this week, along with some Uncle Rico shimmy shake.
Fake handoff to Moss. Minshew in, touchdown.
Minshew just takes it, goes north and south, and what a play.
Gardner Minshew, 2 TD runs last week for the Colts, 2 TD passes, a rating near 120.
Free play here. You saw Garrett jump. Downs is wide open. Downs. Touchdown.
That's the magic they need more of. What they need less of this week, Bullwinkle magic. He used to pull rhinos out of his hat instead of rabbits, I think. Minshew threw 1 INT, that's whatever. 3 fumbles lost, that's not whatever. He was pressured 40.7% of his dropbacks. Over 40 is pretty rough.
Minshew from his end zone. Here comes Garrett. Football's loose. Who's got it? Cleveland. Touchdown.
So can New Orleans mess with him as often? Saints pass rush he faces this week didn't factor in their game last week, primarily due to Trevor Lawrence getting the ball out of his hand as fast as he could. It was so fast, they didn't even hit him once. Still, applying pressure has not been a New Orleans specialty in 2023 either.
DJ gets the snap, throws over the middle, caught for a touchdown by Robert Woods!
Carl Granderson is their bag leader with 4.5 for what it's worth. Saints defense, Indianapolis's offense will try and move the ball on. Not an easy one to do so against, especially via handoffs to running backs. Saints held Travis Etienne under 4 yards per carry. They've held running backs overall under 4 per run.
Again, look how they're getting downhill. They don't allow the line, Sheriff and others to get up to them because they aren't waiting.
Colts offense is reliant on running backs to keep defenses honest at least. Zach Moss and Jonathan Taylor each got 18 carries last week. Taylor scored over 4 per carry.
Taylor on the take and he's in. Boy, the grease is hot. Jonathan Taylor starting to sizzle.
The stat in the spotlight when the Saints have the ball, Derek Carr's rating under pressure. Colts pass rush doesn't have to go all the way with him either. Not really about how many sacks they come up with. Indy just needs to give him the Jessica Rabbit treatment. Teasing him is enough. Carr's rate under pressure this year, 65.9.
Nobody recognizes it, and he's able to affect that by just getting in there and kind of sneaking in late, disguising to the last moment on that third down on the blitz.
Carr was under pressure almost 40% of his snaps versus Jacksonville. Pressure pushing down on me and on Carr's yards per attempt, just 5.5 last week. Only 1 pass play of 20 plus. Saints were terrible on third down. Carr finished with a low 70s rating.
He forces one, and they force him to be impatient here on this third down. Right there, he could have checked it down, would not have gotten the first down, but it would have avoided the turnover.
The Colts pass rush, pressure rate last week, average. Pressure rate for the year, average.
Here comes the rush. He throws right side alone. It's Puka Nacua in overtime.
If Carr's line can give him time, he has the weapons. Colts have 2 tight ends to worry about with New Orleans. Taysom Hill, 50 yards last week, got 30 plus from just not those last few. Indy's cornerbacks get wide receiver Michael Thomas. He's still above average. Rashid Shaheed, he's fast. And Carr's top target, both last week and this year, Chris Olave, threw his way a fat 15 times versus Jacksonville.
Carr put it right on the money, a gain of 15.
Yeah, right on cue. There's the kind of execution that you like to see from Derek Carr to one of his top receivers.
More than half of his Olave targets were incompletions, though. 15 targets to Olave, 14 to running back Alvin Kamara.
And that Carr throws over the middle, open, making the grab there. A lot of room to roam. A lot of room to roam for Kamara.
Kamara led the Saints with 91 receiving yards, gave him 60 plus on the ground.
4th down. Going for it. and they get it, and they get a lot more in Kamara.
Did have to grind for those, though, under 4 yards per carry, and he's below it for the year, too. Colts defense gave up a Gronk special to Jerome Ford last week.
Ford breaks one. Ford toting the rock to the house.
Played the run the rest of the time pretty well, though. Take it over from here. Comments section is yours. The final screen is ours.